All right, so this video will cover the basics of creating a Google Drawing assignment. This will be a very basic assignment, basically a drag and drop. So when you design a Google Drawing assignment, just like anything else, you want to have a place for directions, a place for things that you want students to use, and I will show you how to organize that. So in a Google Drawing, one of the most basic things you're going to use is a text box. So up here, you're going to click there. When you hover back down, you'll see that that your cursor has turned into a plus sign. So I'm going to click outside in the margin, so not in this checkered area. That's where I'm going to put my content. So in the margin, I'm going to click and drag and just create a small rectangle there. And that's where I'm going to put my directions. So I'll just start typing directions. Okay, and then I'm going to outline another place down here. And notice when I click off of it, you can't see the lines. I like to put lines around make the borders of the boxes show up. So to do that, I'm going to select the box again. And up here in my toolbar, I'm going to choose the border color. And for the color right now, it's transparent. I'm going to make it black. So now my directions have a border around them. Additionally, below this, I'm going to make another text box. I'm going to take a shortcut here and click on it, select, and put Command D for duplicate. So Command D, if you're on a PC, it's probably Control D, but I'm going to put Command D to duplicate it. I'm going to click and drag this directly below my directions. And I'm going to change it to, what should I change it to? I'm going to change it to word bank. All right, so that's my word bank. So format this a little bit, make the title words bold. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to start putting in my directions. Actually, before that, I'm going to set up my my area. So what I want to set up now, okay, is going to be an area for them to drag things. So I'm going to make a word bank, and I want my students to drag items from the word bank to different areas. So one really simple way to do this is just to use the line tool. So I'm going to click on the line tool up here. There are many different kinds of lines that you can choose. I want the most simple one, a line. So I'm going to make sure I click line, make sure that you have that little plus sign. I'm going to click and drag. While I'm dragging my cursor, if I hold the shift button down, it'll make it perfectly straight. Just want to make a vertical line like that. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. So click on this line weight button. Okay, and then I'm going to make another line, but horizontal. So I'm going to click and drag and hold shift. So now I have 4 quadrants. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm a little bit of a stickler for this kind of thing, so I am doing it. Okay, so there are my quadrants. And just because this is a tech training and ed tech, I am going to label my quadrants. So I'm going to use the 4 C's. So communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity, okay, as my quadrants. So I'm going to use a text box again. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to put, the first one is going to be communication. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that. So remember, that was a Control or Command D. I'll change this one to collaboration. Okay, Command D. And you don't have to use the Command D. I just do it because it's a little bit, saves a tiny bit of time. You can just go back to text box again and click and drag. Next, critical thinking. Command D. Oops, okay. All right, and then after that, last one is creativity. Okay, all right, I'm gonna select all these. To select all of them one time, all I'm doing is holding down the shift button while I click. Okay, I'm gonna bold those, make them a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so now that I have my quadrants labeled, I can start entering in the word bank, the words. So let's say the first thing I want to do is create an object. So in my word bank, I'm not going to use text boxes for this. I'm actually just going to use a shape. So I'm going to click on shapes, click on a rectangle, for example, click and drag. And the first thing I'm going to write is infographic summary. So infographic summary is going to be my first item. Then I might put, oops. Okay, I'm going to create another one. What could be another one? Let's see. Research, current issue. Okay, so I'm just gonna like make up some tasks, some student tasks. I'm not gonna make up all of them that I would if this is a complete assignment, but I'm just going to make something up for this. So let's see. Partner discussions, so on and so forth. I would just have different tasks with different products that would fall into one of these 4 categories. Okay, and then I would, in the directions, I would say using what you know about the 4 C's, click and drag the items in the word bank to the correct to defend your selections. Okay, so now I have my directions. I might make that smaller after I'm done. Click and drag to select all of these, drag it up. A lot of the things I'm just taking time. I really shouldn't do that right now because it's just a demo video, but you can really fix all the formatting later. So basically, this is my task that maybe I would give teachers, in a training. And as a teacher, if I gave this to a teacher, their job would be to think about their 4 C's and then to click and drag. Maybe they think that researching a current issue is a critical thinking exercise. Then partner discussion could be collaboration because with the partner, but it's also, maybe you might say, oh, maybe it's okay to put, things straddling to quadrants too. So that's just kind of like, and again, that would go in directions. So infographic summary, maybe that would be in communication, could be in creativity as well. So there's a lot of different levels to this. It could be a basic drag and drop. You could enhance it a little bit more. You can have them write a summary for each quadrant. The reason why these items belong in this quadrant is because, and then, or give them some sentence starters. So you can put a lot of support scaffolding within an activity like this. Again, this is a very basic example that I'm giving. And I think that in later modules, we could go a little bit more into some more advanced options and techniques to use Google Drawing as an assignment building platform.